In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to cost a recipe using an Excel spreadsheet. We will use the fruit spaghetti recipe for this example. Open an Excel spreadsheet and put the following headings in each of the columns. As you can see, I have my columns labelled. I also want to add in a heading across the top. I need to do some formatting now. The first thing I want to do is choose the fruit spaghetti cell in row 1 and highlight all the way across to column G. I'm going to select merge and center. I also want to do Control B to bold my heading, and can also increase the size of the heading if you choose to. If you look at the headings, they don't quite fit into each of the columns. So if you double click in between each of the columns in the top row, it makes the columns the width of each of your titles. I also want to add in my ingredients. Now I want to write the units of measurement for each of these, and that's easy to see on the recipe. And I need to change the width of this column again. If I refer back to the recipe, I now need to add in the quantities required for each of the ingredients. To fill in columns 3 and 4, quantity in packet and cost in packet, I need to refer to some websites. The first website is molecularfoods.com.au, and I want to go to the ingredients section, and in this instance I'm looking for agar. Now this agar is 444 grams in the packet at a cost of $49.95. Add that to a spreadsheet, and then we'll go to the woolworths.com.au website or any other supermarket website for our other ingredients. My fruit I'm going to choose is strawberries, and I have some fresh strawberries here, 250 grams for $2.90. Back to the Woolies online website, this time search for sugar. I'm going to go for this sugar here, 500 grams for $2.80. Water is free at school, so I won't put any entry in there. We need to apply some formatting now. Highlight column D, and you want to make sure that yours will probably be on general. You want to make sure that it is changed to currency, and that applies your dollar signs and decimal points for you. The next thing we're going to do is apply a formula to calculate our cost per unit. To do that, we start by typing an equals sign that tells the spreadsheet that we're going to do a formula. Open a bracket, and we're going to select column D, cell 3. We're going to use a / as our dividing sign, and then we're going to select cell C3. Close the bracket and push enter, and that gives you your cost per unit or cost per gram. I can copy the formula down by selecting the cell with the formula in it, clicking and holding on the bottom right hand corner and dragging it down, and you can see it gives me my unit. For these two, they're quite small numbers, it's a cent per unit. I want to be slightly more accurate, so I'm going to increase the decimal places. So if I highlight both the cells and then increase my decimal places, you can see I get a slightly more accurate figure. I could also do that to the top cell as well. So to calculate my cost in the final column, I need to times my cost per unit by the unit required, and again we're going to apply a formula. Click in the cell, equals sign, open a bracket, select your cost, use an asterisk and select your quantity, close the bracket, push enter. You can then change this back to 2 decimal places so you see your amount in cents. Copy that formula down, and obviously water is free. I want to now create this in currency as well, so I'm going back to the top, changing it to currency. Now I want to add these numbers up. So I'm going to put total in here, equals sign, SUM for sum, open brackets, select the cells you want to add together, close your brackets, push enter. And I now have a total for that recipe.